Konnichiwa, everyone. How are you doing today? Well, I guess more accurately, ohayou gozaimasu, everyone. Good morning. It's the morning time. I'm just on my way home from taking Eri-chan to work, and it's time for another JaDan podcast. Third one. We've got to number 3. Unbelievable, techers. And today I'm going to be talking all about driving in Japan, because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be talking about the costs involved. I had to go about sorting your license out and general driving stuff in Japan. So that's cool, isn't it? Big up to everyone that watched last one about restaurants in Japan. Did have a couple of follow-up points based on comments, like Tom Fall, who's like, Dan, what about pizza in Japan? One thing you need to know about pizza in Japan is generally fucking whack. I don't know, pizza in Japan is like fucking expensive for a start. You've got Domino's, you've got pizza and shit like that, but them boys are expensive, dude. You know, you're looking fucking 2,000 yen for a medium pizza. That's not the one. That is not the one. I don't know who decided that were a good idea. Also, there's a few other weird restaurants that have weird toppings. There's a restaurant called Pizza Little Party. Fucking ridiculous name. They took 3 English words and they thought, well, we could call it Little Pizza Party. That'd make sense. And boss is like, no, we're not doing that. We're calling it Pizza Little Party. But boss, that don't make any sense. And that's what it's called. Put it on sign. Don't you think we should check with a foreigner who speaks English? Nope, just do it. Alright, fair enough. So now we've got Pizza Little Party. That's a thing. And I refuse to eat there because the name upsets me so much. We've also got, what's it called? Pizzala. We've got Pizzala. And Pizzala, I haven't tried either because Eri-chan said, and I quote, I don't respect anyone that tries to put honey on pizza. She looked at menu and there was some kind of honey-based pizza topping and she were having none of it, so we've not eaten that one either. Another thing about pizza in Japan that's weird is they put fucking sweet corn on everything. Japan in generally puts sweet corn on everything. They've got some fucking mad obsession with sweet corn. Basically what I think has happened, at some point in past, Japan accidentally signed a treaty with a country and they ended up with fucking massive surpluses of sweet corn. And they were like, what the fuck are we going to do with all this sweet corn? And they were like, I don't know, fucking bang it on pizza or something. Bang it in some bread. Bang it wherever we can. You know what it reminds me of? Remember that episode of Mr. Bean when he's at that fancy restaurant and he gets that horrible pate or whatever it is and he's trying to get rid of it and he's hiding it in everything? It's like that but with sweet corn. They just fucking wherever they can put it, they put it. They're mad for it. So yeah, that annoys me. Anyway, also mentioned Osaka food, you know, okonomiyaki, takoyaki, kushikatsu stuff. Do I have a favourite restaurant? Not really, because if you go to Osaka, there's like a million good restaurants and they're all sick. So you can't really go wrong if you go Osaka and you want to eat some Osaka food. Try it next time you come to Japan. I'm sure you'll like it. So that's cool. Anyway, today, driving. That's what we're doing. We're going to talk a little bit about driving in Japan. First of all, you can see they've had a big brain decision. They've decided to drive on left like reasonable people. Not like these fucking animals that drive on right-hand side of the road. They were like, they looked at England like, yes, you boys know what you're doing. Let's copy them. And they had to drive on left like good human beings would. So, yeah. You might think that's tongue-in-cheek, but I completely agree with it. Anyway, they drive on left is what I'm trying to say. Other stuff in Japan about driving. So yeah, drive on left. Traffic lights for some reason are horizontally rather than vertical. I don't know why. And sometimes there's a red light but there's also green arrows, so if you go in that direction you can still go. That gets a bit confusing sometimes. You have to pay proper attention to lights. We're coming up to some now, you might be able to see them in a minute. And for some reason in Japan, instead of saying green light, they say it's blue. I don't know, you'll be able to see it in a second. Looks fucking green to me, fam. Oh, we're up front. We'll have a stop here. You can have a good look at them traffic lights. And as you can see, we're at a crossroads. Japan is mad for a crossroads. So Japan they looked at England, they were like, yes, left side, let's do that. That seems a great idea. And I respected it. But then they looked at roundabouts and they were like, what's this fucking circle in the middle of the road for? We're not having that. We're going to have a normal cross where everyone has to wait for everyone else to decide where they're going. Meanwhile, in England, we love a roundabout. I'm mad for a roundabout. Get to go, drive round in a circle like it's fucking Maple dancing. Teedly-heedly. We're all going round in a circle together. Isn't that nice? Everybody gets where they want to go at the same time. I miss a roundabout. I don't think anyone's ever driven around a roundabout like teedly-heedly. I would if there were a roundabout here. I'd do it. I'd do it right now. Yeah, so they don't believe in roundabouts in Japan. They just believe in crossroads for some reason. Hey ho. Other stuff. Everybody reverse parks. Always, forever. Amen. I don't really know why. I don't know who decreed that everyone in Japan had to reverse park, but everybody does. And even though, like, if you go shopping, you go to supermarket, everyone reverse parks, then you can't get to fucking boot of your car because you reverse parked. But everybody does that. I don't know. I don't question it anymore. It's just because it's Japan. So that's a thing. Is there anything else special? Oh, toll roads. There's a lot of toll roads. All highways in Japan are toll roads. So cars are often equipped with like an ETC card reader. It's like a little credit card that you put in your car and it automatically pays toll and charges your credit card for it. That's kind of fun. Apart from I was checking out, and you're driving through toll barrier, there's an ETC lane and you don't have to stop to put money in machine. But barrier always goes up right late and I bottle it and brake and Eri-chan makes fun of me. So, yep. I don't really know what else crazy about Japan. One thing that's mad is when people go conveni, they'll just leave the car running, unlocked, keys in, job lot. And I don't understand that, to be honest. Oh, look at that nice car in front. BMW C2 Alpina, I don't know. Nice though. Yeah. Something else in Japan that's a bit weird. Spatial awareness in cars. I don't know whether it's a genes thing or Japanese people, in my experience, don't have the best spatial awareness in the world, if I'm honest. Maybe it's like I've been driving in England so long and I can kind of predict what people are going to do when they're driving. I've got some kind of understanding of what they're thinking. In Japan, I don't have any fucking clue what some of these people are thinking when they're driving. What is it, Family Guy or whatever it is like, I'm Edge now, good luck with everyone else. Mate, that is based in fact. Some of the stuff people do, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, they've got no concept or anyone around them. Like, they'll just fucking park in the middle of a junction because they want to go there. Like, they'll wait. Like, you're cutting off my exit. Well, you have to wait even longer then, won't you? Thanks, Takeshi. Thanks a lot. Glad I'm late for work now because you couldn't be bothered to fucking leave a gap. Anyway, so that's generally driving. Getting a license for me in Japan were pretty easy just because I already know how to drive on left like a normal person. So I already had an English license, and if you've got an English driving license or a license from any country where they already drive on right side, not the right side, the correct side, then you can just basically change your license. You have to send it off and it gets translated. Costs a few thousand yen to get it translated. Go to a driving license centre and they fucking sort you out. Bish bash bosh, new license, here you go. And you have to renew a license every so often. They've got colours on them. When you start out, you get a green license for baby drivers, and then after a bit, if you've been a good boy, it goes to a blue license, and then like top dogs, they get gold licenses. They're badmans. So maybe I'll get a gold license next time, and I can just be like, yeah, I've got a gold license, because I don't know if it makes any other difference in society, but there you go. So yeah, license were pretty easy. I think, like, for Eri-chan, she could drive in Brazil, but because they drive on idiot side of the road, she got no chance of changing it over, so she has to actually go and do tests and everything again, and it costs a lot of money. I think with Eri-chan, like, problem is not the driving side, it's fucking understanding all Japanese you need to know to be able to do test on that. So, but she did say in Nagoya, you conduct tests in Portuguese, so maybe that's going to be an option in future. Might be an option in future. So yeah, getting a license. And I mean, if you're traveling to Japan, like you're just coming for a bit, you're on your jollies, you fancy having a mish around in a car, you fancy renting a Nissan Cube and becoming new DK of Japan, you can get an international driver's permit before you come here for most part, and it's pretty cushy. You just rent a car in it and drive it like you stole it because it's a rent-a-car. Fuck off. But yeah, it's pretty easy. In terms of buying a car, like if you're living in Japan, right, and you're anywhere near a major city, if you live in like Osaka or something, you don't really need a car, fam. Trains are good. Like, buses are a thing. You don't particularly need a car. Like when I lived in Osaka, we didn't need a car. Like there were no point. But now I'm out in Shiga, in countryside a bit more. Makes more sense to have a car out here, because although there's trains, it's not like Osaka. There's not like a million lines going everywhere. There's like one train line round Lake, and that's about your lot. So yeah, buying a car in Japan is not necessary for the best part. Buying a car in Japan is also not that easy, to be honest. Like in England, if you want to buy a second-hand car off someone, you rock up, you pay them, you fucking sign, what's it called, V5, oh, what's that piece of paper called? That document that says you own car. You sign that, send it off, and you drive away same day. No dramas. But in Japan, it don't work that way. Like we bought this car from a dude in Brazil. He's in Brazil. He's a Brazilian dude in Nagoya. Basically, Eri-chan had to go to Nagoya last year to get some documents for getting married. And while she was there, she's got some friends from when she worked in Brazil with him, and he's a tattoo artist called Masato. He did my tattoo on my leg as well. But yeah, she went to get a tattoo done while she was there, like fuck it, when in Rome and that. And underneath his tattoo shop there were guys selling cars, and she saw a cube and she's like, Dan, look at this cube. And it was pretty cheap as well, 350,000 yen basically for this cube. And that's cool, like, but fucking rigmarole, man. We had to go there, we had to pay money. Alright, safe. Then they had to register that it'd been bought in Shiga. So they had to go to like a police office in Shiga and register the fact it had been purchased by them. Purchased from them. And they had to also get a Shaken certificate, which is a bit like an MOT. You have to do an MOT every couple of years in Japan called Shaken. And yeah, they had to do that. So that were a bit of a fucking nightmare and all. Anyway, it took about 2 weeks to do everything. And in that 2 weeks, in order for police to accept the fact that it'd been purchased, I had to purchase a parking space. I had to actually have a piece of paper that says I've got somewhere where I can park this car. Can't just buy a car if you haven't got a parking space. They're not having that. So basically that's what I had to do, which were fun, I guess. But that involved fucking trips to Kyoto to offices of building that I live in, filling out a million pieces of paper, and got a piece of paper that says, yes, you can park this car in this place. And then, and only then, after about 2 weeks of fucking about, I could take ownership of a car. Ooh, paperwork. Japan, you know how I feel about paperwork in Japan. So, yeah, buying the car were only the first part, 350,000 yen. I've also got to pay for my parking space, which is about 10,000 yen. Got my car insurance, which again is about 10,000 yen. Cost a dirty foreigner, innit? What else? I'm trying to think. Well, we've also got like car tax. I just paid tax. I think it was 35,000 for a year, I think. So costs easy mount up. Like, so if you're not into buying a car, like, you know, you want to drive a little bit sometimes, but you don't really need a car, then I used to use Times Car Share. That were a thing. It's like Times 24 is like a car parking company. They own loads of car parks, but they also do like rent a car as well. So they have a system where you can join their like Times Car Club. It's like a car sharing service. And you go on app and you search in your area, like, I want a car on this day for, 3 hours starting at 1 o'clock or whatever. And they'll show you what cars are available. You book one in app, then you go to car at right time, and you've got a little membership card, and you just tap it on sensor on windscreen or on back window, opens car for you, glove box, keys, off you go. You don't pay for fuel, it's all included in rental cost, and they charge basically by 15-minute block. I think about 200 yen for 15 minutes for most of the cars, which is not terrible when you just want it a little bit. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? That's kind of cool. Sometimes car share is an option if you want to drive but you don't really want to buy a car. Is there anything else that annoys me about driving in Japan? As you're probably going to see in a minute, there's a lot of fucking narrow roads that are not designed for two cars. As you're going to see in a second as we drive past all these kids going to school. So it seems like a lot of these roads are not really designed with more than one car in mind. So that can be a bit tricky. Look at this, look at this. I don't know if you can see, fucking hell. Tight, tight indeed. So yeah, that were a bit of a discussion about driving in Japan. I don't think I've missed out. I should really make some notes. But talked about general driving etiquette in Japan. Talked about getting a license. Talked about buying a car. So final thoughts, summing up. Driving is relatively interesting if you live in countryside because, you know, you can actually experience some stuff that's not next to a train line, which is good. Other things that are not so fun is mini roads and stuff like that. Traffic lights are a bit weird. This guy's directing school traffic, bless him. He's on patrol. He's having a good look. Gonna be here for a while. Anyway, sorry, I was paying a lot of attention to what's going on around me. Oh, he's letting me go, good lad. Oh, like he's got a clock on his chest, like fucking. Where Public Enemy, wasn't it, with clock? Yeah, that were it. Good shit, good shit. Yeah, so I hopefully covered everything. I hope you enjoyed this little podcast and me talking about weird stuff like maple dancing around roundabouts and fucking sweet corn on pizza, whatever. So thanks a lot, and as always, until next time, Jamata. Cheers for finding my video today, I appreciate that. There's some other videos on screen if you want to watch some stuff about Japan. And we've also got the JaDanFam on Patreon who are awesome and support what I do. That's patreon.com/JaDanDanDan. Before you go, do me a favour and smash that subscribe button. Cheers.